Hi, my name is Cecil Zeringue with Empower Yoga, and today we're going to do a traditional power class, probably based upon Baron Baptiste Journey into Power sequence, slightly, and a more old school traditional power class, and hope you really enjoy it and take your practice into your breath. Today's importance is diving into the equanimity of the inhalations and exhalations throughout the whole of the practice. Don't worry about if you fall or you hold your breath. Just get right back into it. And we'll begin. We'll need 2 blocks and a strap. If you don't have it, it's not mandatory, so I'm sure we can do without it. First pose we're going to start off with is a reclined fish pose. So we have a couple options. You can bring the block at the mid-level and the second one high, or you can put it at the low level for both of them. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one here. Recline back with the shoulder blades. First block underneath the shoulder blades to where the arms, shoulder heads can sink down, and the second block right underneath the head. Bring the arms out wide. You can have them slowly lower closer towards the hips, maybe like halfway. Legs are neutrally rotated. And we can even bring the tips of the big toes together. And we'll begin breathing Ujjayi breath, which is restricting the back of the nose throat. It's like really feeling the breath on the underside of our body, on the inside. Inhale, drawing to the pit of the belly, and exhale through the nose. Allow the face muscles to relax, softening any grip in the jaw. And just like sediment in a glass of water, just let the pulp and the gook and everything just settle deeper to the bottom. Feel the weight of the breath with Ujjayi. Kind of wash over the back spine on its way to the navel center. Just really let the belly area expand with the inhalation and fall with the exhalation. Notice if the glutes are gripping. Let's bring the feet a little bit, the heels a little bit more extended out. And as the breath is relaxing the bottom side of you, notice if the top side of your body can level and smooth over. Becomes more pliable, fluid. I'll gently draw the right heel in and then the left heel in. Sweep the hands above your head. Really make them long, like there's a block in between the hands. Now take the block underneath your head and bring it a long ways and put the edge of the head onto the front side of the block. Grab opposite elbows and press the forearms into the block. So there's this lengthening of the elbows upward as the inner shoulders hug back down towards the sits bones. So we want to feel the spaces of the curvatures of the spine to nudge inward. So there's like a string on the crown of your head to the tailbone. And the lower front ribs are softening down. The back ribs on the block are lengthening upwards on the head side. And then think of the tailbone moving straight towards your heels at a diagonal. Now when we breathe, as we start to inhale with the belly, I'd like you to gently nudge the ribs together and let the breath flow into the upper lungs. Feeling the mid-back expand, exhale. So let your breath, Ujjayi breath, be your anchor throughout this practice today. And see if you can feel the breath as it moves up the rib cage into the upper lungs. See, imagine that it's going all the way up into your skull. And then slowly exhale. I'm going to roll the knees over to the right, off of the blocks. Into child's pose. Keep the blocks near you. Toe mounts to touch. Crown of your head onto the mat. Lift the forearms up and the arm bones up. Now press the palms, root them down into the mat. Magnetize the arms around the ears. Lift the crown off the mat. And slowly rise up into tabletop. Good. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. So feel the slight bend in the knees as the calves move towards the shins. You feel them elongate into the back of the knees. And then press the hands deeper, like there's a plane of energy from the palms of the hands, moving up the forearms into the side ribs, lengthening, extending through the sits bones. And the upper thighs, so moving back towards the hamstrings. Shake your head, yes. Slowly walk the hands to the back of your mat, forward fold. Sway side to side. Good. Lower the right palm down to the center. Right hand can rise up for a twist. And switch sides. Right hand down, left hand rises up. And fold forward. And sweep up into mountain pose. Inhale. Slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. So here, really depends on how much your heart expands and collarbones lift, on where your head is positioned. So the more we start to back bend, the more the gaze might lift forward. So the neck should be comfortable. If you feel it pinched back, just slowly lift it down. So the chin is not at the chest though. It is like a back bend here. Forward fold. Rise back up into mountain pose. Slowly press the hands together. Inhale, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Walk your hands forward for plank. So you can have the knees lowered. Now, stack the heels over the toe mounts. See if you can lift the pinky toes up, activate the thighs and the legs, the quads, soften the glutes. See if you can just kind of hover the left hand up and then hover the right. Good. Now draw the shoulder blades together, press apart. Good. Protract, retract. Again. Right in the middle. Let's try it again. Lift the left hand up. Lift the right hand up. Hover down. Slowly spring forward. Elbows hug in. Lower all the way down. Keep the toes curled under. Walk the hands a little bit back behind you. Baby cobra. I'll lift the hands to hover. Lower back down. Plank to down dog. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Stop. Right foot forward, fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up into mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, step the left foot back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Step the left foot forward. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Ujjayi breath, halfway lift. Step the right foot back. Chaturanga. Let the breath carry you throughout the practice. See if it could be the thread that interweaves all the poses. Lift the right heel up. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Lower the right foot back down. Left-legged three-legged dog. Heel to the bum. And try to keep the shoulders parallel to the mat. Good. Lower the left knee down. Gaze forward, step. Fold. Mountain pose, inhale. And chair pose. Sit deep back into the heels, lift all 10 toes. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Right heel lifts, press the left heel down. Rise, rotate the left foot down. Rise up. So draw the right knee over the ankle. This thigh opens, this thigh returns. Open up the gaze to the thumbs. Chaturanga. Left heel rises, three-legged dog. Step it forward. Rotate the right heel down, warrior one. So get deep into that front thigh. And then rotate this right thigh around. Where the hips move towards the parallel. Bring the hands almost together. Gaze up. Chaturanga. And gaze forward, step. Fold forward. Chair pose. And fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, left foot back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Right heel rises up. Warrior one, inhale. And at the pause, exhale. Left heel, three-legged dog. Rise up. Inhale. Chaturanga. Look to the front of your mat. Step. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Step back. And flow. Right heel rises up. Warrior one. Crescent lunge. Tightest light on the back leg. Adduct the thighs together, hands to heart center. Hinge forward. And twist. Gaze can follow the right thumb. Let the crown lengthen. Thread the right arm under extended side angle. So left foot, kind of make it a little inward pigeon foot from parallel to the front of the mat. Lift the left heel back up. Twist the opposite direction. And then right hand down. Step back into plank. You can go straight to down dog. Or Vinyasa. Left heel lifts up. Step it through Warrior one. Lift the right heel up. Draw the knee over the ankle. Tightest light on the back leg. Hands to heart center, inhale. And then twist. So, twisting lunge. So open up your gaze, your width with the hands. Now slowly thread this left arm under extended side angle. If you want to hover the left fingers down, really feel this line engage. Isometrically hug the feet together. Bring the right hand down, right heel up. A little reverse twist. Bring the left hand down, step back, plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Gaze forward, walk to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit down into your chair. Bring your hands to heart center. And twist to your right. And fold forward. Tick-tock your feet, peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale, straighten the arms, bend the knees. Exhale, bend the arms, straighten the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the palms of your hands to the mat. Lift the heels. Step back, flow. Gaze forward. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, chair pose. Hands to heart center. And twist to your left. So see if you can keep the feet parallel and the knees parallel as you twist. Lengthen the crown forward, sit this bum down, and fold forward to tuck your feet hips distance apart. Put the palms of your hands underneath the soles of your feet. Gorilla pose. So widen the pinkies and the thumbs and try to see if all 10 fingernails can press into your mat. And then slowly kind of dig the tips of your toes into the wrist creases and soften the weight into the heels. Good. Go ahead and lower the heels back down. And let's step straight back into downward facing dog. Right heel lifts up. Press the left heel down. And bend the knee. Draw the heel to the bum. Extend the knee to the sky. And flip dog. So, I know sometimes Wild Thing we get the leg really wide. Try to take a peek and notice where your feet are aligned. Try to have them parallel to the back wall. Really turn that left shoulder in. Good. Now lift the thighs active. Squeeze a block, imaginary block between them. And then lift up, over. Plant the right hand in the middle of your mat. Stack the feet. Glue the ankles. Vasisthasana. Side plank. If you want to lift the left foot, you can. Good. Back down and plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left heel rises up, right heel presses down. Try to keep the hips parallel. Bend the knee. Open the gate. And flip your dog. Let's try to squeeze the outer ankles together as the inner arches lift up through the inner thighs. Good. Gaze to the left thumb. So shift the weight into the right leg. See if you can lift up and over. Side plank on the left side. Right hand rises up. Lift the right foot. Continue to breathe. And then lower the hand back down. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward. If you want to do a little leapfrog, you can. In front of your mat, forward fold. You can either do Malasana squat or crow. Bring the toes to touch. And lower back down. Malasana squat. I'll gently rise back up. into Tadasana. Feel the balance of the four corners of your feet into your mat. Notice if one side is more weighted than the other. How does your tires balance? Are we heavy on the outside of one foot? Maybe you feel the inner ankles or the inner arches pronate down. See if you can kind of like grip the feet pads in just a little bit and lift the inner arches up. But soften the binds of the toes. Now notice if we're landing on the front toe pads or the heels. Try to shift the weight a little bit more into the heels. Good. Now, hugging this left thigh in, we're going to flex the right foot, draw the knee up, and you can bring the hands to the big toe or the peace fingers. Utiti Hastaparagundasta, something like that. Now extend the leg forward. Left hand comes out, open up the gate. So gaze can go to the left thumb. Bring it back to center. Release. Let's do the other side. Again, reshift the weight to balance. Activate the standing leg, and then as you lift the left leg, make it active. Peace fingers onto the big toe, and then slowly extend the left leg forward. Right hand comes out wide. Gaze to the right thumb. Then bring it back forward. And then lower back down. Let's do dancer's pose. Bring the right hand to the inner ankle. Good. And then the left hand comes up. Slight bend in the standing leg. Point the right knee straight down and slowly hinge from the hips or from the leg crease. And if you want to, imagine that your body is the bow and the string is the arm. Good. And then back up. Opposite side. Left hand hangs onto the left ankle. Right hand up. And then slowly back up. Shift the weight into the left foot, right knee comes up, over for eagle, right arm under. If you can double wrap legs, awesome, not necessary. Elbows lift up. Unravel the legs. Eagle, left side. Left knee comes up and over. Left arm under. and then unravel. Let's do eagle again. Root the left foot down, right knee comes up and over. So really, so you get the second time's always like way better as far as going deeper into the pose. Where can you release the grip? And then where can you engage to bring balance and equanimity into your pose? And release. So standing poses are awesome to give you feedback for balance and equanimity. Like where is your habitual gripping? And left arm under. And where are we not engaged? We need more of this in our life right now, right? Balance, stability, fluidity. Good. So you can always take your arms like this too and release. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Lift the right knee up. Rotate it out wide. Bring the sole of your feet. So you can bring it to the upper thigh, the lower shin, or just do a kickstand. I kind of find this sometimes easier. And I like this pose for the balance of things. It's just like so subtle. You know, just changing one thing up. And maybe I stand like this all the time and kick the hip out, right? But really hug in to the center line, but also soften and just feel more fluidity in this pose. And slight bend in the standing leg, and practice maybe some back bending. You know, can the heart lift up like a shelf? The heart's going up and over a board on your back. Yeah. So it really bends high onto the thoracic spine. And then back to center. Tree pose opposite side. See if you can lift the knee up and do this without your hand, if it's easy for you. And if this is easy, I don't know if it matters, but you know, you try to close your eyes, which makes it way more difficult. Trying to rely on your proprioception, less of the feedback of your eyesight. So again, greet the sole of the left foot with the inner right thigh, and then start playing with growing your tree. Slight bend, bring fluidity into the roots. Let the toe mounts root down and fall out. Let's get messy. It's all good. All right, mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back into plank. Vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. Right heel lifts up, step it forward. Warrior one. Move into your warrior two. Good. Reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Lift the straight leg, Trikonasana. Right thigh, the right hand, back hand moves to the inner shin. So feel the external rotation of the front thigh, internal of the back, and just kind of let it pull back. Bring the left hand above. Bring the left hand down. Good, and bring the right hand forward. So let's do this. Let's bring the left hand on top of the right. Now walk the hands in front. Lift the left heel. Now see if you can almost lift the right heel off the mat. So you're really working the hamstrings of the right leg. Good. Now bend the right knee over the right ankle, crescent lunge. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. And side facing wide leg forward fold. Bring the hands really wide. Walk the fingers wide. Hug the arm bones. So as you get the palms of the hands down, hug the arm bones in. If you have a block to put under your head, you can do it. It's really awesome. I'll draw the hands inward. Rotate the left foot wide. Warrior 2. Good. Reverse your warrior. Straighten the left leg. Triangle pose. Bring the right arm over the ear. Again, externally rotate that front thigh. Bottom, lower ribs, left ribs rotate towards the chest. Lower the right hand down, bring the left kind of at a 45-degree angle. Press the left toe mount down. Good. Walk the hands inside the left foot, right heel rises up, bend the left knee. Lizard pose. Rise up into crescent lunge. Rotate the right heel down, Warrior 1. And then move into Warrior 2. Rotate the toes in. Fold forward. If you want to go inverted here, you can bring the forearms down. Interlace the hands. Shirshasana, if it's in your practice. If it's not in your practice, bring the hands back wide. Draw the hands in, halfway low. Tick-tock the heels in. We're going to move into goddess squat. Good. So go ahead and externally rotate both thighs. Feel open. Maybe bounce. Bring the forearms into cactus. Good. Inhale. And exhale, bring the forearms together. You can stick your tongue out, inhale. Inhale, and exhale. So again, inhale. Let it all out. Good. Bring the hands to the thighs. Pitch forward a little bit, and then rotate the right shoulder under. And switch. A couple times. One more. And twist. Now turn the left foot in. Grab a block. Good. So we're going to bring the feet back out wide. So the right foot is going to be pointing directly vertical. Squeeze the block, and we're going to reach the right arm here, bend the right knee, and lift the left leg up. So Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, using the hand on the block, gaze to the left thumb. Good. Active left leg. You want to go into sugar cane. You can bend the heel to the bum. Grab. So it's almost like a dancer's pose. Straighten the left leg. Bend the right knee. Lower back down. Right foot comes in. Good. Point the left foot facing the other way. Bend the knee over the ankles. Bend the block forward. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Just reach the fingers to the ground. Ardha Chandrasana. So slight bending in the standing leg. Externally rotate and then press down. Draw the right toes a little bit forward in line with the crown. And if your gaze wants to go up, awesome. And if you feel confident enough, no one's watching, you can go into sugar cane. Reach the back ankle. Good. Left hand comes back up, and then low bend the front leg and reach it back. Good. Awesome. Step the left foot forward. Step the left foot forward for pyramid. Soles of the palms of your hands together, and then slowly hinge forward. So externally rotate the front thigh, feel the left thigh internally rotate. And if you kind of start rounding the back, let's pause and rise a little bit. Squeeze the elbows back. Feel the back lengthen. Good. And then rise back up. Left foot steps forward, right leg steps back. And then start to play with pyramid. So adduct the thighs, left thigh externally rotates, goes this way. Right back crease wraps around. Then you're squeezing them together. And then squeeze the elbows back. Press the knife edges of your hands into the sacrum. Lengthen the tailbone and rise back up. Good. Hands rise up, and chair pose. Sit all the way down. Good. Into Dandasana. Hands rise up, inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Rise back up, scoot back, bring the feet up to the sky, and we do some scissor lifts. One heel, so we're going to switch midway. So as one goes down, one goes up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you got this, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Good. We need to interlace your hands behind the skull, elbows come up, straighten the right leg, elbow comes up. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. All right. Bring the soles of your feet closer to the sits bones. Pitch the toes towards each other, heels out wide. Just one moment. Now bring the soles and the feet parallel to the sides of the mat. And then lift the hips up for bridge. Nudge the shoulder heads, tuck them under. And use the thighs active. Press them up to the sky. I'll lift the right leg up. And lower and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower the foot down and lower all the way down. Back up into bridge. Good. Lift the left leg up and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. If you have a wheel in your practice, go for it. If not, you could do a waterfall, supported bridge, or do some work. Bring the hands by to your version. Elbows squeeze in and rise up. Good. Bring the chest over the wrist. Straighten the legs. And lower down. Happy baby. Knife edge, hands grab the knife edge of your feet. Bring the feet together, rock and roll, up into boat pose. Good. Send the legs out forward, open up the heart. Your version of boat. And then go ahead. Double pigeon. Stack the right ankle over the left. You can put something underneath the knee or the thighs. Grab the knee and the hands and really squeeze the elbows in. And see if they can create a little space underneath the ankles. Flexing the knife edge of the feet. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart center. And then hinge forward, only if it's available. Elbows hug in. Try to soften any grip in the sits bones. In the glutes. And then rise back up. I'll switch sides. Cross the fire logs. Right ankle with the left knee. Flex and create a little space in the ankles. Lengthen upward, inhale. And exhale, fold. You can always bring the hands to spider fingers and rotate the biceps upward. And rise back up. Uncross the legs. Downward facing dog. Left heel presses down, right heel rises up. And half pigeon. This is okay if the right shin isn't parallel to the front mat. You can lower the forearms down to the mat, hug the thighs in. Notice if the back foot and ankle is sickling. Try to mindfully engage it to be straight. So there's always this challenge of where our body parts actually are compared to where we think they are. So we start in-tuning to the subtle, not only activations, but the awareness of our body. And I think that's where yoga comes in handy, to notice where we are in space, in this space and time continuum. Can we be present, not where we were yesterday and not where we are tomorrow, but right here in this pose with our breath, and feeling that breath, the ujjayi, and feel the wind of the breath going down the back parts of the lungs and the throat, drawing down all the way towards the belly, feeling the rippleness of the fascia, connective tissue and organs from the breath. Mindfully being aware of controlling our breath. It's just an exercise. How often do we really become mindful of every component of our breath? Not often. If we do it for a few moments in a yoga practice, go ahead and press back in a down dog. Lift the left heel up. Come back down, switch sides. So, how often are we really focusing on the breath in a 1 hour class or an hour practice? And it might be momentary. It's like, oh, here we are. We seat ourselves back into the breath and feeling it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, look, a squirrel running around in our head. And it's okay. And we start making it mean something. You're not good enough, or, whatever we make it mean. And that's why we come to the mat. The mirror of ourselves is right here on the mat. Just enjoy doing the hot, sweaty practices, and you'd have this pool of sweat onto the front of your mat, and in this pose specifically, you would see your reflection, and it would be like, ah, yeah, this is what they mean. The furnace of the Ujjayi breath, burning the dukkha and the sediment, the movement stirring the pot, right? But you're just incinerating the resistance of the past. And maybe we get a little bit more clarity, wiping the lenses clean, freeing up the intelligence and the awareness to what is, giving us greater choice or access to choose rather than just being habitual. And slowly bring your hands to the mat. Bring the right leg forward and recline back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Can you feel the bridge between the iliac crest, these little hip points, little bones? There's the iliopsoas muscles that connect to that bridge, connect to the femur bone. It also connects from there also to your lower back. So this creates kind of this diamond shape muscle strands. That way we, in this pose, it just really relaxes and settles. Sits right in front of the adrenals. So when we can relax the psoas muscles, we can also relax the mind and move into the parasympathetic nervous system, to that state where the nerves are calm, feel more at ease. And draw the knees together, heels wide for constructive rest. So you might find that this really releases the psoas muscles. So we go into the opposite direction. And just notice the difference. Now extend the left leg forward, right knee goes into your chest, and supine twist, your version. Gaze can go to the right thumb, and then bring it back in, right leg goes straight, left knee comes in. And supine twist over to the right. And then bring yourself back to center. And final Shavasana. Let the feet splay out wide and relax. Let the arms relax wide. Continue laying into Shavasana. I read from the Journey to the Heart from Melody Beatty. You are a perfect balance of yin and yang. I trudged to the top of the mesa in Sedona. A woman I'd met had told me what to look for. There was a rock formation, a naturally formed statue. On the left side, the formation looked like a woman, an Egyptian goddess with necklace and breasts. On the right, it had taken the shape of a male. I found it immediately. A statue with two sides, two faces, one male and one female. For many years, I denied the feminine part of God, of the universe, of myself. I thought my strength and my power had come from the other parts, the other sides. I resented my femininity, raged about it because I thought being feminine meant being helpless and powerless. But I learned something along the way. There's power in the feminine, the power in the masculine. Both parts are in us. Both parts are valuable. Our strength, courage, protectiveness, and the ability to decide, organize, plan, order, and choose reflect masculine energy. Our creativity, sensitivity, emotions, vulnerability, intuition, and instincts for nurturing and caregiving are the wisdom of the feminine side. Honor and respect the masculine and feminine energy, the yin and the yang in yourself, the universe, the people around you. Both parts are important. Both can be trusted. Learn to let them work together in harmony. Climb to the top of the mountain, look around, see the perfect balance of masculine and feminine. Let that balance come alive in you. Slowly draw in a deep inhalation. Open up your mouth and let it all out. Cleansing breath again, inhale. And exhale, side out. Bring the subtle awareness to the movements of your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists. Ankles. Bring a little smile to your face. And draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around the shins. Give yourself one big, great, loving hug. Hug both sides of you. The strength, the power, and then also the creativity and the vulnerability. Hug all that is yours and all that you are. Embrace the light within you and also the darkness within you. And slowly roll over onto one side to a fetal position. And then lower the right hand to the ground. Brush yourself up into an easy seated pose. And bring your hands to heart center. And I really appreciate you practicing with me today. And namaste.